Tonight, we start with a live look from Chopper 8 as the building on the Oceanside Pier is still smoldering after a fire broke out yesterday afternoon. You can see just how much damage this fire has caused. We've been following the story closely from the start. Good evening and thanks for joining us. I'm Marcella Lee. Fire crews from multiple agencies are still battling the flames after more than 24 hours. Let's get right to Brian White, who's live in Oceanside tonight. Brian, you've been out there for hours now. What new details are we learning about the situation tonight?
Well, Marcelo, as far as damage, we know that the end of the pier, the last 5% that houses the restaurant, is more or less a total loss at this point. Now, firefighters on the pier today were busy peeling back debris from the restaurant so that the boats in the water could better access active areas of the fire with their water hoses. A charred outer shell is all that remains of the old Ruby's Diner, with a collapsed roof here as several boat crews continued pouring water on it this afternoon.
We like to stand back, kind of let's see what starts to burn. Once we saw active burning, we could see where the fire was taking place. That's when we would re-engage with the water.
The fire was reported at about 3 o'clock yesterday inside the vacant restaurant, sending large plumes of smoke into the air. Firefighters attacking the blaze from boats in the water and choppers from above. Crews then made a trench cut across the pier, which prevented the fire from spreading, saving 90 to 95% of the pier.
When I saw the images and the videos yesterday at around this time, I was concerned that the pier would be a total loss. But because of their hard work, we're going to be able to save most of this pier.
According to Oceanside Fire Chief David Parsons, the end of the pier was fully open to the public yesterday before the fire. And he says the old Ruby's Diner kitchen was actually being used to support a little fish shack on the end of the pier.
What used to be the Ruby's restaurant wasn't a remodel status. It wasn't like a derelict building or an abandoned building in any way. In fact, the kitchen area was under use to support the brine box.
Cleanup crews were busy picking up debris on the beach that had washed ashore from the pier. A water contact closure remains in effect around the pier due to contamination from the fire, spanning from Surfrider Way north of the pier to Tyson Street on the south end. As far as the cause of the fire, that's still under investigation, but Chief Parsons says they're getting closer to a preliminary determination.
The team is starting to narrow in on a location based on video evidence and the signs of fire evidence that they have. And I think they're starting to get a little closer towards potential cause.
Brian, do we know just how long they anticipate keeping the beach around the pier closed? We saw a lot of activity out there as they're continuing to clean up debris.
Well, I know the chief did tell me that San Diego County public health officials will be out here tomorrow morning testing the water for that contamination. And based on those results, they'll reassess whether or not the closure needs to remain in effect.
All right, Brian, thank you for the very latest on that. We will continue to follow the latest from Oceanside. You can stay up to date by downloading our free CBS 8 app, or you can